It's time now to get a check-in on the weather with Market Journal Chief Meteorologist Eric Hunt. And Eric, the cold has arrived throughout much of the state. How are things looking in the week ahead, though?
Well, thanks, Alex. We do have some colder weather to talk about coming up this week. But first, I want to showcase a couple opportunities to attend a soil health conference in early 2025. First one on January 29th in Hastings, and the other on February 11th in West Point. After a relatively mild weekend for most of us, we will be getting colder on Monday after a cold front moves through on Sunday night. So on Monday, we'll probably expect temperatures to be mostly in the 30s across northeastern Nebraska, warming a little bit more as we head into the western portion of the state. Bouncing back a little bit more on Tuesday. By Wednesday, though, we will be looking at a potential for another storm system moving into the central U.S. So notice here we do have forecasts of troughing here across the Rockies. And this storm system is expected to eject out into the central plains on Wednesday night into Thursday or potentially even into Friday. That will give a chance for precipitation for a large portion of this part of the country. Now, this is not a particularly strong system, or at least that's the appearance of it right now. It doesn't appear to be that strong. And there's not going to be tapping into a lot of Gulf moisture, so we're not talking about prodigious amounts of precipitation. Nevertheless, we are talking about the opportunity for mixed precipitation or snowfall in our area on Thanksgiving that could impact travel plans. So I would recommend paying very close attention to the forecast as you head into early portion of next week. So I think the details of this are still being more finely tuned, so to speak. But we are definitely going to have a chance of picking up some precipitation across pretty much the entire state, except for maybe far north central Nebraska. Heaviest amounts likely to be to our east and southeast. And we are going to have a chance of picking up a couple inches of snow across particularly the I-80 corridor in Nebraska. So please just keep this in mind if you have travel plans during the day on Thursday. It could be a little bit of a white Thanksgiving. What I'm a little bit more confident, though, is we are going to much colder as we head toward the end of this next week and early portion of December. Most indications are right now that we'll probably go below freezing statewide sometime on Friday and probably not climb above freezing again for about 3, maybe 4 days. This does not look like a particularly long duration event, so I think by the time we head toward the 4th, 5th of December, we'll probably be back in milder air into at least the plains region of the central U.S. But it will be pretty cold after Thanksgiving and for the very first couple of days of December. We've had a very warm fall, so this might feel like a little bit of a shock to some of us. Precipitation, CPC is showing above average precipitation being a possibility across the High Plains region. I do think we'll have to watch out for potential for some more snow in our area by about the first portion of this first couple days of December. In terms of precipitation, we did pick up some decent precipitation amounts across the eastern half of the state. Unfortunately, where we really need the rain the most, we didn't get it out here in the northern part of the Panhandle, but a lot of central northeastern Nebraska picked up 1.5 inches, and a couple places picked up over 2 inches of rain here in northeastern Nebraska. Pretty good rains here across southeastern Nebraska as well. All this is good in terms of helping relieve the drought a little bit. We now have under 50% of the state in severe drought on the U.S. Drought Monitor. That's very good news. And we have definitely seen some improvement in soil moisture across this region. Now, we definitely have capacity for more moisture. We are certainly not at a profile, but this is much better than what it looked like about a month ago. Our soil temperatures right now mostly are in the low to mid 30s to low 40s across the state. So they have come down a good bit. They are now safely staying below 50 degrees pretty much everywhere. Temperature precipitation roundup. Back to you, Alex.